look halfway decent.
He said a half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on the budget. And then had the sad clown like...
No, dog. Mine was when he was like... he got the drug bar off in the Arby's commercial. That nigga said, know me and you know me well. My fish is going to tip that scale. I said, what? This nigga got a drug bar off. In the middle of an Arby's commercial, yo. Like...
He said, push, go push.
Dog, I love it. I fucking love it.
Like I said, man, if I'm Arby's, yo, not Arby's, if I'm McDonald's, like I said, even though Drake might have lost, I gotta go get Drake just to show we out here trying, cause we gotta
fight back, nigga. Fight back.
Like we gotta get Drake or Wayne or somebody, you know. And I feel like Pusha T don't really got beef with no rappers like that I know of.
Nah.
So nobody to take it real like personal like at him.
Only people that beef with him, I've ever heard him beef with, is Baby, Wayne, and Drake.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it could be some other shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure some local nigga in his hood who's mad at him.
Man, oh my God! When I heard that shit, I'm like, I don't care what time it is. I'm sending this to everybody I know. I woke up sending it to you, my boy, my cousin Lamar, my boy Ty. I sent to so many people like, dog. I never ate Arby's in my life. I'm getting some today, nigga.
Did you go to Arby's?
No, not yet. Not yet. It made me want some though. It did the job. It made me want some.
Man.
So that's all that matters.
I was looking at some commercial the other day, and I'm like, that marketing did his job. Like,
what?
I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I kind of want whatever this product is. Like, man.
Even if it's trash, you want to go try it. Yeah. And at that point, I already got your money.
Yeah. Like I said, you got to get them one good time. That's
it. All it takes is one. It takes is one. Man. But anyway, welcome to the BlockTalk podcast.
23?
I have no idea. It's been a month.
I don't know. I feel like it's 23 or 22 or something.
We'll address it in post.
Yeah.
But, right. But yeah, episode 20, whatever. We back. It's been a minute. Hopefully y'all watched we were guests on the B-Boys Detroit podcast.
Yes. That was the last podcast we did.
Yeah, that was the last podcast. We didn't do our own pod, and we did theirs. But yeah, that was a really good experience. Shout out to Tons of Chino for putting us in contact with them. Make sure y'all go stream that Grown Man Rap Big Homie Shit Part 1 and Part 2. Mm-hmm. Part 2 is out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, by the recording.
I feel like it came so fast.
Did it? I think it's been like 2 years since that was the last one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, I just be living, dog. I really... Probably because I be around when he be making it, and it just seemed like it's okay. It's one song. Right, it's one song.
Right.
And the next thing you know, it's an album together.
So okay, I don't know. Tons of Chino, or Chino is G's brother. Really dope artist from Detroit or whatever. Independent, got his own label or whatever. And he, like I said, he actually contacted me right after. It was the Friday after I quit. Mm-hmm. After I quit my job, that's when he reached out or whatever. And then that's when I hit you about it and shit. And then so he was on that. We was on they podcast. Really, really dope. Really cool peoples. Mm-hmm. Hopefully y'all can go to their YouTube and find the episode we was on. But it was pretty good, pretty informative. What you think about it?
Yeah, it was cool. Me and old dude was kind of bumping heads a little bit.
Yeah, old heads versus old heads.
Man, look. It was one of the things where I went to sleep and I woke up even madder than I was before. Because I can't believe I let some of that shit go. The one thing I want to address, good platform by the way, but the thing I wanted to address was when we was talking about like the black businesses and everything like that, and I said something about customer service, and then he was like, well, you got to deal with black people not having good customer service. Something to that effect. And I'm like, no, fuck that.
No, but I understand what he was saying. Just because, like, but that's why I followed up with what I said. Like, if you 1, 2, 3 years in, I'm gonna treat you like a 1, 2, or 3 year old. But if you've been in business 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years, you a grown ass man. Dog.
No, so to me, customer service is the one aspect of your business you can always control, no matter any other variables.
Very true.
So.
Well, no, take that back. Because you may hire your little cousin that need a job or whatever, and they only here 2-3 hours a week.
Okay, well,
so that you can't control that.
But if you know that nigga trash and you know he represents your company, you can't get rid of that nigga. So, and my thing was, like I said, service is the one thing that you can, like, I worked customer service pretty much my whole life up until 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I can always do my best. So if I come to, like, your business, yes, it's small, and be like, oh, well, I don't have this size, but I can order this size and have it to you in 2 days. That's cool. That's good service. You didn't have what I needed, but you was able to remedy it.
Right.
Like, the way the guy was sounding, he was making it just sound like, well, sometimes niggas can't do shit and you have to be patient.
That's true as well.
No, I'm not being patient. No.
I think, but I think it's, so in my head, when I think about customer service, I probably should, but I don't really think about the retail or like fashion industry when I think of that. I think of like your food services, your people that are like actually working for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I think about. So anybody coming in doing like carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, shit like that. That's what I think of. Because in most of the time, like if I tell somebody I'm out of a size, mm-hmm. they be like, all right, just hit me when you get it. Mm-hmm. I'm okay, cool. Or like I'll be like, okay, I don't have it in this size and that color, but I have the size you want in different color. All right, let me get that color. So it's way more easier in my field.
So, but what the fuck were you talking about with in his field?
So like I said, the way I approached it, the way I thought about it was more so from like the like service industry, where you're like if you got a restaurant, I don't know what specifically he was thinking about, but that's what I was thinking.
Well, see, to me, I don't care what you're thinking about, because I don't care what product you have. If the service is subpar, the amount I frequent your establishment will be lower. And that like that's the same reason. Like, I don't go to Popeyes like that. Like, say if it's more than 2 cars at Popeyes, that's a half an hour. I mean, I can't go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand. I understand both sides. I just have a little bit more compassion with it when I think about it.
See, and that's why who worked on the retail end, I have zero compassion, because like nigga, like, cause I'm telling you, we literally be out of popcorn, bro, and we have to like try to explain shit to niggas, like
yeah. So see, that's why I think it's harder in like those service industries, like when you actually serving somebody that's like, especially when it comes to food, like you can't win when it comes to how to deal with somebody and when they buying food from you. Mm-hmm. There's no way to win.
I mean, like,
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you just try to do a little bit better.
Unless you be like, you know what, next time you come in here, I'll give you $100 worth of free food. Like, that's not going to happen.
See, but you're on the right track. That was extreme as fuck, but you are on the right track. Yeah. Like you said, what is this for? This is something like a free drink and a free entree. Like, I'll refund this, free drink, free entree. You got your money back, you ate what you was going to eat.
And if you come back, I got
bam, and that's it. And then that's customer service on the highest, like, level, honestly. Like, once your employees down there fucking up, you just whip out the big ass thing of passes, be like, okay, what you need, right. And that was management.
I think it was really good. I also like the example he did give was kind of extreme. Like, my thing was I didn't want to cut them off during like their whatever. Yeah. But like he was like, you know, if this guy talking about me, like if the black guy buys his hoodies or t-shirts for, you know, $10-$15 versus the white guy who can get his for like, you know, $6 and $7 or whatever, then of course, you know, this guy, the black guy's his price is going to be a little bit higher, mm-hmm. because he had to spend more, where the white guy may have to spend less, so his prices can be less. Okay, which is like,
but prices isn't customer service. That's pricing.
Exactly. So that's why I prefaced my answer with the way I did.
I remember what you said.
I just talk about how if you work with, when you walk into a certain establishment that is black owned, if they say, you know, yeah, I've only been in business 1 year or whatever, mm-hmm. then they don't have the same kind of resources that everybody else have. So mm-hmm. yeah, you know what? I know this hoodie might not be worth, you know, $55, $60, $70 or whatever, mm-hmm. but because you are small, I understand you don't have access like that. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. Now, if it's, you know, 35 years in and you still selling this same trash hoodie for, you know, $75 or whatever, when it should be $40 after you've been in business for 30 years, then we had a problem. But that's how I thought about it. That's how I approached it.
I guess. But so I guess probably like the three of us was thinking 3 different things, mm-hmm. from our time in customer service.
Yeah. So like I said, I've never worked like behind the counter and like dealing with food with customer service, but I've had to deal with. I worked in 2 different custom printing shops, having to deal with customer service, and like it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I do not do custom t-shirts to this day. Like I fight tooth and nail not to do custom t-shirts because it's just not worth it.
No,
like the headache that these people give you, or most people give you, for something custom that they probably go wear one time is like out of this fucking world. It's ridiculous. And especially when you're working for somebody else doing custom printing, and then now they got a problem with the order that you took that they gave you, and now you got to answer to the. I ain't got time for that.
No, I feel you, 100%.
I ain't got time for that.
I don't miss customer service at all. Fuck
at all. But but yeah, it's been a lot happened since that particular podcast. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just working and stuff, chilling. Me and my girl, we booked our tickets to Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we going to Tennessee, and that's about it, man. Just been working, doing shit, bro. like literally, I'm trying to think. I feel like I just been working, man. Unfortunately,
probably so. Yeah. Well, no, you had like 2 weeks off for a minute, and then you had to go right back. But for the most part, I'm working.
Yeah, and then when I had them 2 weeks off, I just do stupid constructive stuff around the house, like.
But you're still good.
Like, man, let me wash every article of clothing in the house. Like
that's a goal. That's goals, yo. To wash everything in it, wash, dry, and fold everything in the crib, bro. That's a goal.
So that was pretty much about it, though, man.
That's it.
So, I saw that you had posted a video about you quitting work.
Yeah, I quit my job.
So you want to just touch on that a little bit, real quick?
A little bit, because you got to go to my page, Royally Ninja Apparel, to see the whole video. But yeah, I ended up quitting ahead of schedule. I'll say to say the least. I quit back in like middle of February or whatever, and it was all over. It was over something I knew was going to come, but after it got here, I was like, why am I so upset? And I knew this was coming. Yeah. Like, I knew without a shadow of a doubt. I've been avoiding this whole thing for the past, like, 4 months. Like, ever since, like, December. I've been avoiding doing one particular job or whatever. And I'm like, I know it's coming. So when it get here, whatever, I ain't gonna trip. But I was tripping hard. And so, and when I was having a consultation with the night manager, and he was like, he's like, Bobby, your attitude has been like really, fuck you. Like, what did he say? He said it's been really, he didn't say nasty, but something along those lines. Like, he didn't want to be like offensive or whatever. And I could like being his manager is like really, really cool. Like, so I knew he was avoiding it, but because of the chain of command, he had to do it. He had to be the one, because I worked afternoon shift, he worked night. So he had to be the one to come in after and see everything about, okay, I got to do something about this. So I knew it wasn't him directly. But yeah, he was just like, he's like, it seems like you haven't part of the team, is this something that's, concerning you? And I was like, yeah, I've been upset for a very long time. Like, I've been really upset, like, working damn near 7 days a week, every single week. Like, so, yes, I've been very frustrated. And then, like I said, when I got home, talked to India about it, and then I woke up, and I woke up getting dressed or whatever, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, yo, I do not want to go in here. So I'm sitting, I'm thinking, and by like 12:30, I was like, yeah, I'm not going in. Like, I can't bring myself to walk into this place with this banging headache, knowing that I'm still not going to do what you just wrote me up for. Right. I'm still not going to do it. So eventually you go fire me, or you probably not go fire me because you need me. I think they've been avoiding writing me up this whole time because they're like, yo, we don't want to lose them. So, or we don't want to fire him, we don't want to lose him or whatever. So I didn't think I would have actually gotten fired. So it was going to come to the point where I was going to just have to quit. And I was like, fuck it, let me just go ahead and quit. So yeah, had some money taken care of or whatever. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just ride out this next couple months, doing my clothing 100% of the time. I am taking like some IT classes or whatever, or I started enrolling in some IT classes, so that by the time like the fall come around, I'll be done with this program and I can get something outside of the automotive industry or whatever, and possibly work from home. We'll see. But yeah, as of right now, I'm just doing full speed ahead with royal lineage stuff. Announced a bunch of I announced one black market date officially, but I got 3 more in the tuck.
What's the first one that you got?
The first one is Saturday, May 21st. And then, well, actually, before that, I'm teaming up with a church on the west side, and I'm going to bring just a small, or not a small version, but a version of the black market over there, because they have like a whole strip of land they brought in front of the church or whatever, and a friend of mine, her dad is a minister there or a reverend there, and he said they don't do anything to it but cut the grass every year and pay taxes on it. So he was like, if you want to come out and do something or whatever, you can. So I'm teaming up with them. They have like a I don't even want to like put the title on it because it's a little complicated. It's almost like transitional housing, or it's a lot that they're doing with this. Yeah. So I don't want to title or mistitle it. But yeah, so working with them, it's a pretty multicultural area. Like when I was sitting outside the church waiting on them, and like I seen like maybe 3 white families drive by, maybe 2 Asian families, 2 Mexican families or whatever.
You get the white families and the Asian families.
So yeah, I was like, I'm not
property values.
Exactly. So so I was like, I'm not gonna call it the black market. I'll just call it like a general pop up, a spring pop up or whatever. So we're doing that on April 30th, the last Saturday of April.
Damn.
So in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out. What?
Oh yeah, for your birthday, right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so we doing that. April 30th, last Saturday of this month, and then the official first black market is going to be Saturday, May 21st. And I've been just head down, going hard. You see all the stuff I got laid around. All my little tag sheets I got to put on the clothes or whatever. I've been downstairs printing, posting a lot of TikToks.
Oh, and then you say one of your TikToks did a G or something like that?
Yeah, so I reached 1,000. I'm at 1,220 followers on TikTok, and that's over the course of like 7 days.
That's good shit. Clap it up for Bobby, y'all.
Yeah, thank you. So that's over the course of like 7 days. Within that like 3 or 4 day span, one of my videos got like 4,000, a little over 4,000 views. Another one got a little over 2,000, and another one got a little over 1,000. Nice. So that's 3 videos over 1,000. I'm really, really excited about. So I did say like once I get a haircut, I'm gonna go live on there and do like a quick like Q&A and stuff, and give out like coupon codes or whatever, stuff like that. So if y'all want to get some coupon codes, make sure y'all go to my TikTok, follow me on there. Like I said, one of these days I'm gonna go live and just start giving away, probably some free games, some get to know the creator, stuff like that. I'll probably be down there printing while I'm doing it. So ask questions, learn about stuff, and get some get some coupon codes and get some money off of this nice apparel coming out. Working on this Blessed collection. I've been doing a lot.
You have. You've been
doing a lot. Just trying.
I guess this is your time to do a lot.
Yeah. I officially filed my LLC.
Okay. LLC Twitter. Yeah, so okay.
The millions are on the way. You know what I'm saying? Step 1, file your LLC.
Step 1.
Step 2, file your EIN. Step 3, make $1 million.
Straight like that.
That's it.
That's it.
Like
1, 2, 3.
No product. no customer service.
Nothing. Nothing. Nigga, you got an LLC and the EIN.
You go make $1 million.
What you got, bro? What you gotta do is get a credit card, spend it for $1, then go and get an increase to $1 million.
Man, I don't know. But like I said, that's just a little bit of stuff here and there. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I'm really proud of is the LLC, just because I pushed it off for so long. Yeah. And I was actually happy that I was able to even get the name when I registered or whatever. So I was really excited about that. Now I got to get the EIN number. And like I said, the millions is on the way, man.
Millions is on the way.
It's on the way.
So, was there any topics you wanted to touch on this episode? Anything you want to get into?
You want to get to the funny stuff or the serious stuff?
Shit.
Because I got one topic we can take serious or funny. So,
go ahead. Give us the serious topic first.
Serious topic first? Okay, so, this is actually going to lead into the funny version of it. Okay. So, the Oscars was Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea the Oscars even coming up. I kept getting like TikTok notifications about it, but I never clicked them or whatever. I don't give a fuck about the Oscars. They don't give a fuck about me.
Right.
So I never watched them. And Sunday night we started playing Dungeons and Dragons. So we been playing like online with like 6 other people. And India is the game master or whatever. So I like my time slot is already booked. Sunday nights playing D&D. So I just randomly check my phone for Facebook and I'm scrolling, and I'm like, yo, like Will Smith just back Chris Rock. So like I'll mute my mic and I show India, and like she trying to do the game stuff, and I'm like, look. So then I'm like, no, this got to be fake. And then I saw it from a different view, and I'm like, yo, he really does smack this shit out this nigga. But anyway, so like the serious version of this topic is definitely like the idea of one, protecting your black woman, your spouse or whatever, or just protecting each other in general. I think that's a very serious topic. If it was any other, personally, I would have liked to see if it was any other race up there making the Jada Pinkett joke or whatever. I don't even want to say her name. This nigga come out the closet. So if it was anybody else making a joke about his wife, I wonder if it would have happened the same way. But I think the problem was it was a very specific joke he made about is it like G.I. Jane 2 or whatever. Yeah. And it went over my head totally. And I'm like, what, like why did he get mad about that? But I was finna get in the shower and I was like, let me look up G.I. Jane 2. And there isn't a G.I. Jane 2. There is G.I. Jane 1. And when I saw the poster for it, I'm like, oh, her head is shaved. And like, she was sitting there with her shaved head or whatever. But apparently she battles alopecia. I have no idea. Because I just don't follow them like that. Yeah. So she battles alopecia or whatever. And I think that's just like, we know how touchy black women are about their hair. And I don't know if it was like she looked at him like, go handle that, because he was laughing at first. And then when he made the Jada joke, that's when he got up and like, did what he had to do. But yeah, I think it's just a serious topic just because we don't see that happen every day. Like we don't see too many, especially at that prestigious of a level. Like the Oscars are supposed to be like the big deal or whatever. So we don't see that coming from our own people, like in general, because we barely get Oscars or whatever. But we just don't see too many black men protect black women in that way. Of course, you got your people on Twitter, you got your people on Instagram, your YouTube or whatever, that probably do it for the money. Derek Jackson. But yeah, it's to me that's pretty serious. I think we should take it. We shouldn't take it lightly. We go get these jokes off, but I think we shouldn't ignore the fact that like this man was protecting his wife or his wife's dignity, and we can't know the fact that he just got off the role of playing somebody that was protecting women, like King Richard. He was playing Richard Williams or whatever, who was going to bat for his 2 daughters in this male, all white male dominated sport or whatever. So I could see how that energy carried over, and you the one popping off. Unfortunately, you finna get these hands. So,
well, I appreciate what Will Smith did. If I'm Will Smith and Jada did what she did to me last summer, sometimes niggas, hey, that nigga funny as hell, ain't he, babe? Like, nah, fuck that. You about to have me up here with crime memes and shit, and the nigga say you bald-headed G.I. Jane 2, and you want me to go up there and take, nah, fuck that.
But she probably didn't want him to do it. He probably took it upon himself to do it.
Well, I mean, if he did, that's on him. I mean, of course, I absolutely have no problem with him doing that. If that's how you feel, your black woman should be protected.
Mm-hmm. Your wife.
You're your wife.
Your wife.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Yeah. But you know, man, like I said, I don't forget nothing, man. And the fact that you have me out there looking like that, cuz, with some singing ass nigga, dog, like.
An R&B nigga?
I don't know if I would have the energy in me.
He don't even write raps. This nigga's an R&B nigga.
And what's the funny version?
So the funny version is definitely like the fact that Chris Rock couldn't even finish his statement afterward. This nigga was like, we're here to give out a documentary. Oscar. And I'm like, yo, this nigga smacked the sense out of this nigga. He said, we here to give out a documentary. We are not, Chris. You are hosting the Oscars. You are here to give out an Oscar, nigga. Yo, that was the funniest part to me. That he like rearranged this nigga's whole thinking. Like, yo.
I mean, look though. Imagine you at work and the nigga come and slap you, and then your manager you keep going, like nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are, cause
he couldn't cut to commercial or nothing.
Nigga, we about to cut to commercial, nigga. Like the fuck.
Oh man.
Nah. Will Smith gotta see me. I'm gonna fuck what I said. Like imagine Chris Rock little ass stepping up to like Will Smith. Like nigga, you gotta strike first. You gotta Cobra Kai that nigga, dog. That's it.
Yo, and then the laugh he was giving as he was walking up. Wow! I was like, yo, he stuck the fire on that. But it was great. It was great. That was like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even know the Oscars was on.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna hold you. That was like, oh my god.
No, that was wild.
That was quite a night.
Speaking of shit that went on previously, what do you think about New York lifting up that sports mandate to where like now if you unvaccinated in New York you can like play?
So I heard this theory that it had nothing to do, even though I'm happy it affects Kyrie, it had nothing to do with Kyrie. Mm-hmm. I heard that it's because baseball season is coming up.
Yep. I heard that, and I definitely believe that way.
I believe it too.
Yeah,
I believe it
because
too.
I guess like one of they star players, not Mike Judge, but what's the nigga name?
I have no idea. I don't watch baseball.
I think his name is Aaron Judge or something like that. But he played for the Yankees, and they said that nigga unvaccinated.
Yeah. And
they was like, oh, he ain't what? They said we don't need that shit.
Make that go away.
So this shit was stupid anyway.
Right.
Like,
so I'm happy it affects the black guy that I've been champion, Kyrie Irving. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really excited it affects him this way. One, because Brooklyn has been horrible these past couple of games. They barely make it in the playoffs. I think they're actually in the play-in tournament, so they might get popped. Let's see. But hopefully having him there can rally, some steam or whatever.
Yeah, I think they'll play good enough to probably at least move up to the 7th seed. Because I think they're the 8th right now. Mm-hmm. They'll probably at least move up to the 7th and get those home games.
Okay. So that'll be great. I still think they're going to have a hard time against... I still think I got Chicago as my sleeper. They dropped a lot. I know they dropped a lot this season. Mm-hmm. Dropped a lot of games in the past couple weeks or whatever. But not about them. It's about Brooklyn or New York. So yeah, I'm actually really happy that they lifted it. I know, of course, our residential coon, Stephen A. Smith, has something to say about it. About
whoa, I get a residential coon
because he don't have this energy for no other white person. He don't,
bro. He's mad at Kyrie for the team aspect. That's it.
He don't have any. He don't keep the same energy for nobody except black people. He's the most critical on black people. He is.
I didn't disagree with you. I didn't disagree.
But yeah, I'm definitely happy he stuck to his guns, and I think this is one of those. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's nowhere near as crucial, but I think in this very sensitive time we're in, I think it may correlate a little bit. To me, it might be the same. It might be the same as when Ali gave up the belt because he didn't want to go to war. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't. Well, he supposed to got drafted. He ignored the draft or whatever, or declined it or whatever, and was supposed to go to jail, I believe. Did he go?
I think he did.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know he was supposed to go to jail, and he didn't, and he stood on his morals or whatever. We have yet to see that again. Besides this, now again, like I said, totally to me, it don't really equate, but because we're in 2 different time frames, I will make that correlation. But yeah, just stand on what you believe in, and especially if you got it. Like I'm Kyrie Irving, I got how many max contracts I had?
Yeah, no, he
I got money coming in. I got shoes. I'm good.
No, he definitely got the money.
So like, if I never play basketball again in my life, like that's okay. Like whatever. But yeah, I think I'm happy for him. Happy he can play. I'm happy they finally lifted it all or whatever. Hopefully, I know like 2 or 3 games ago, KD said something about the mayor should lift it or whatever. They trying to prove a point and shit like that. Right. KD, just stop talking, please. Yeah. Like I hate when KD. I love KD as a player, but I hate when he talk. Like I hate when he.
Yeah,
talk.
Me too.
Certain people I just don't want to hear from.
Yeah,
like,
me too. Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. Like, so I do not like hearing from KD. I don't like hearing from Kyrie. I don't like hearing from no nigga who's good at basketball usually. Like, the niggas who ain't that good, like JJ Redick, like, yeah, I would love to hear from him.
I don't even want to hear from him.
I like JJ Redick. I like JJ Redick as an ESPN analyst.
Don't he got like a podcast or something? Or is that Berea? I think he got a podcast.
He might. JJ Redick might.
Yeah, I think he got a podcast too. He said somebody didn't like him on his podcast. Yeah.
You and somebody saying people love seeing some shit that you don't like.
Yeah, he said something that was along the lines of like, it was along the lines of race and why the race is why certain players get paid as much as they do. Like something along those lines.
You said the race.
Yeah. So like because you're black, you will probably get paid more than some other people or whatever. Like, no, because you're better, nigga. Because you're better. Because I don't just shoot jump shots. I'm better, nigga. Like, it was, like, don't quote me on that, but it was, I think it was something along those lines. My friend Joe sent it to me. He a white guy. And he was like, yeah, like, this is just not, like, this is stupid. So I'm going to find it. And Joe, he'd be about it. But, yeah, it was stupid. So, yeah. Just certain people I don't want to hear from. He had Blake Griffin on his podcast. I mean, what's with Blake Griffin?
Right. The way that nigga did Detroit, bro.
No, this is like recent. This is like Blake Griffin on Brooklyn. Oh. Blake Griffin. Nobody want to talk to Blake Griffin.
Hell no.
He talking about like this is during the playoffs when KD single-handedly took on fucking Milwaukee, and he was like, the best thing you can do is just pass the ball to him. Nigga, that's the best thing you can do, Blake Griffin, is pass the ball to KD. Like, dog, shut the fuck up talking to me, yo. Like, I was so, like, dog, nobody want to talk to me, yo. No, and then he said something about Detroit.
Yeah, fuck Blake Griffin.
Yeah, nobody fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, nigga. But anyway, yeah, that's how I felt about, the whole New York mandate being lifted. I'm happy.
Yeah, no, and I'm happy that Kyrie gets to play, too, because I always feel he should have been able to play based on the way the rules were. Like, if out-of-town people who are not vaccinated can play, you as a resident, if you're unvaccinated.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if somebody played for like the Rockets wasn't vaccinated,
they can come here and
they can come and play.
Go there and still play.
Yeah, they can come there and play. But because Kyrie was considered like a home part of the home roster or whatever,
he follow those rules.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
You want to stay on sports or you want to move
on? What you got for sports?
I just want to give a big up to Detroit, the Pistons. Just because a lot of people haven't been acknowledging it. But they've been pretty decent after the All-Star break.
Now, what's their record right now?
I don't know. They way below 500. I think they're like in maybe the 13, 14 spot or whatever.
Okay.
But I think like, even though they haven't been, I think they've won more games than they lost after the All-Star break. But the effort is there. Like they're winning against teams they're supposed to win against. And then they're playing hard against teams they lose to. Right. So, like, they just played New York, and they lost by 2. I think they should have beat New York, but I'm okay with them losing by 2 to New York with Julius Randle and all other people or whatever. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with them losing to New York by 4.
So, I will tell you this. I know for a fact Detroit intentionally tanks.
Yeah, of course.
So, I knew it from this one time I went to a Pistons game. I was actually there. I was actually there at the game. They was going against Indiana. Just back when they had Christian Wood. They put Christian Wood in the game. Christian Wood was dominating niggas. Yeah. Like, dominating. And then they got to the point where he had probably scored like 11 points straight. They took him out. They took him out. Because they ended up being up by like 1 or 2. So they took him out. And they ended up losing. Or whatever. And me and the people in the crowd is like, why you take out Christian Wood? And then it made sense because I think then like that year after they got Cade. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just do this right now. I'm gonna apologize to Cade Cunningham. I wanna apologize. I'm gonna be the first person to say this. I apologize. I'm not gonna lie. I did want somebody that was way more explosive, way more exciting of a player to come to Detroit, just to draw more eyes to the game. But he's way more of a smarter player than the other people that got drafted or whatever. The athletics may not be there, but everything else like is there. And I'm like I said, I'm sorry. I'm not ready to give you buffs yet because I ain't got none. But like I said, you probably won't see this, but when you do, I just want to say, from the BlockTalk podcast, specifically Bobby, if you see them old statuses and stuff like that, just ignore that. Just from this date on going forward, I want to apologize because he's been really good.
Yeah,
he's been really good. Especially like I said, after that All-Star break, man, he's been like damn near averaging double after the All-Star break, and not like a 12 and 10. I'm talking about like a 25 and like 12, something like that. He's been really good. Like I'm really excited after the Marvin Bagley acquisition. That was really good. Still kind of up in the air about Killian Hayes. But again,
Killian Hayes out of there, bro.
Again, but after the All-Star break, he's they've been able to carry along. So,
like I said, if I'm Detroit, like I'm going the entertainment route at this point. Like I said, we signing IT, we signing Leandro.
No, he signed with the Hornets.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah, for the rest of the season. Happy about that. I just said that. Did I say that on here? I didn't say it on here. I said it somewhere else.
No. Yeah. But pretty much I'm saying if I'm Detroit, I'm going on entertainment. I need names. Like I said, give me IT, give me LiAngelo Ball, give me Lance Stevenson, give me DeMarcus Cousins. All them niggas who were just sitting till like the middle of the year.
Nobody want to talk about it. Boogie been showing out in Denver.
Boogie show out wherever he go. He just don't get the chance to play like
the past 4 years. He's
been deep. He's had games. He's had games in every single spot. He's had like games. He might have been balling or nothing, like dominating.
No, this past couple games or the game where he subbed in for Jokic, and he had like 30 or 40 or whatever. He had Sacramento Boogie numbers, and we was like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is what we wanted to see. I still wanted him, Anthony Davis, and Rondo to stay in New Orleans, but neither here nor there. But yeah, like he's been pretty good. Nobody want to talk about it. But I think did he sign all the way with Yeah,
he signed one for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year, okay.
Yeah.
The only person that's left is LiAngelo Ball because Lance Stevenson signed with the Pacers for the rest of the year.
Yep. But they said that LiAngelo starting for their G League team though. G League team.
For Detroit's G League team?
No, for Charlotte's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which might be smart. Get you over there with your brother.
Yeah, and that's where where he been for the whole season. But ain't nobody ever caught him up.
Hey, we'll see. We will see.
No. So one thing off subject, one thing I wanted to touch on that I had to bring up was Detroit rappers. Was Detroit rappers. So I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of Detroit rappers as of late have been getting these major features. So who was it? Said Sada Baby got Nicki Minaj. What's the nigga name? Icewear had Lil Baby. 42 Doug had Future. And I think the one who's missing is Cash Kid. So based on,
we not just gonna ignore Bodie James. Bodie James got Beanie the Butcher. He got the whole Griselda camp behind him. But he signed to the Griselda camp.
So who's Bodie? I don't even know who that is.
This nigga.
I don't. I'm not super duper up on Detroit rappers.
Me either. But that's Bodie James and Travis Chandler. Outside of the big niggas, are probably the only two I really listen to from Detroit. But anyway, Bodie James from Detroit signed. I think he was with Mass Appeal for a while, Nas label, and then he signed with Griselda.
He signed with Griselda?
Yeah, he signed to Griselda. Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and what's that dude's name? West Side Gun.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a few more other people on there, but like that's like the big three of like Griselda or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, he signed there, and he's been on. He's got a bunch. He got like Vince Staples. He got a Vince Staples feature. He got a Benny the Butcher's feature. He got a Earl Sweatshirt feature. He's got somebody else I'm missing, but yeah.
So
he's on that Friday Night Cypher on Detroit 2.
Oh,
he's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on there.
So, but based on those artists though, do you feel like Cash Kid should be the next to get a feature, or do you still feel like he's waiting behind somebody to get that next mainstream feature?
So, I can't really speak to that too much, just because, like I said, I just don't listen to that much Detroit music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whose sound he would really match up with, or who would call him up to be like, hey yo, jump on this record for me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to just defer that back to you, because I really wouldn't have a stake in that.
Well, mine is just based on what I've seen in just the space period. Because I have regular radio and I have satellite radio, and from my knowledge, or from my time using them, satellite radio shows a lot more love to like the Detroit artists than regular radio.
Of course.
But so that's why I heard a lot of them songs. While I'll look and I'll see, oh, he like, I swear, like, he from here.
Yeah.
Then they'll like shift and show you who's featuring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, really? Like, I had no idea. And then I would see these songs from all these other Detroit artists, but Cash Kid was like never one of them. And we went to school with him.
Yeah.
So, because when they say Cash Kid, I don't know if it's like that to you, but to me it's like, oh, Mark. Like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And it was and it was so weird because I was at work one day. I'm at the theater. I'm in the back. It's a younger nigga. He might have been like 18, 19. And he said his favorite rapper ever was Cash Kid.
Wow.
Like, ever.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, Mark? like really? Yeah, and I told him about like how he went to middle school or whatever, and like said he used to rap, I used to rap and shit like that.
I remember when him and Corey, when they first started rapping. That's when Jeezy dropped.
Yeah.
That was when Jeezy and Young dropped.
So I was telling him like, yeah, like I knew this nigga from like, yo, we went to school together. They like, you don't know Cash Kid, but like Cash Kid was legit his favorite. So then I noticed that I started seeing him more too, like online. Like I know he got an interview with like DJ Vlad and stuff like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's not with Vlad, like DJ Vlad, but it's on the DJ Vlad channel.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Oh, with the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
I feel like I've seen him in places. I feel like he's had looks. Like I said, he's on the Detroit mixtape and stuff like that. But he hasn't got that mainstream look from another artist. But just based on, even if it's just process of elimination, I feel like he has to be the next one.
Honestly, if I were to like think of somebody to put ahead of him, I would probably say Cash Doll, just because of the wave of female artists coming up now. I may say Cash Doll, but she's already had pretty big features or whatever, or she's been featured with other.
Well, she on BMF, ain't she?
Yeah, she's on the BMF show.
See, and I would still consider that a major look.
That's a major look. Okay.
Yeah.
She was on a Pusha T song. She was on a Big Sean song. Actually, that's one of India's favorite songs with this Big Sean Cash Doll on that Metro Boomin tape he did. He's on there. But yeah. So I would probably say her. But again, I'm just not 100% sure. If off the top of my head, back of my hand, I would have to put somebody with him, with Cash Kid. It'll probably be Meek, maybe.
Who's Meek?
Meek Mill.
What about him?
Like,
I mean, feature.
Yeah. Feature.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe Meek Mill, but again, I don't know.
No, I mean that's something I could see.
Yeah. From the couple songs I have heard in passing, I can hear it.
Oh, so I'm actually writing this video essay. I'm putting this video essay together about why Detroit artists have a hard time going mainstream. And because when you think mainstream, you think Big Sean, you think Eminem, right? And while I think those other artists that I mentioned who have had those major features, I still wouldn't consider none of them mainstream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my like video essay is like going in depth on why. And then you know me, I got like statistics and numbers and shit.
I'm gonna say something off mic that may help you.
Okay,
I don't want to get killed in the comments.
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah, I'm gonna say it off mic, and then we go from there.
For sure. And speaking of music too, I wanted to bring up the Sweet 16 bracket.
Yeah.
So what our Sweet 16 bracket is I took 16 songs from the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to some people to rank them for me. And that determines the seating. So every couple of days, we're going to roll out a matchup for you to vote on. Mm-hmm. And the fan vote determines who wins that matchup.
Right.
So, for example, we have like Riding Dirty is like the 3 seed.
That's crazy to me.
All right?
That's crazy.
And it would have to go up against like the 14 seed, which is like In the Club. So who wins between Riding Dirty and In the Club? So it depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask. So that's why it's voting. And I also want to do something fun for like a giveaway if you get like a perfect bracket or something. Because nobody's going to get a perfect bracket though.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, I feel like that would be impossible. If you get a perfect bracket, that's crazy.
So when do they have to submit their bracket?
So after
when and how?
So after the bracket is finalized, I'm going to come up with the simplest way for people to like fill one out.
All right.
But just something probably simple like a screenshot, and then just post it to the wall.
All right.
Post it to the Facebook wall so we can all see it. We can know when you did it.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
no fake shit.
All right, I'm putting it out right now. If you get a perfect bracket, I'll give you maybe $125 Royal Lineage package with maybe t-shirts, hoodies, whatever, but it'd be worth $125.
Bet.
If you get a perfect bracket.
A perfect bracket.
Perfect bracket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Shit, I get a perfect bracket. I know I'm not gonna get one.
Yeah. You got to get a perfect bracket, and I may include like the first ever BlockTalk podcast t-shirt.
Oh, that'd be sweet. I would love one of those.
That'd be fire.
That would be like I even got one. Like, oh, that'd be fire.
I ain't even got one. I'm finna think long and hard about this shit. Make sure I win it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll do that. So we'll see how it goes.
For sure.
All right. Anything? What you got? Anything else?
No, I can't even see the time, bro. I'm blind as shit.
Oh, so this is a pretty funny topic. A couple days ago, I was getting up and I got dressed or whatever, and I got out the shower, got dressed, and my girl, came in there, and she's like, "Oh, you look good, you smell good, whatever, with the whoop, where you finna go?" I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just, getting dressed with the whoop. And then she was like, "Oh, okay. When you getting a haircut?" And so I was like, I'm gonna get it the Friday before my fashion show or whatever. So she was like, "Oh, okay, no rush." And I'm all right, I just didn't want to get it cut now and then have to get it cut again because that's damn near 2 haircuts I gotta pay for.
Right.
So, but it drove me to make this status or whatever that said, when your girl asks you when you getting a haircut, it's time for a haircut.
Dog.
So.
No, and that's why I'm so crazy because my woman had just did the same thing to me.
Oh, she don't like me call my girl?
No, she does not, and I would have to hear about it too. And
it's slang. Chill out.
No, I'm straight. I'm gonna just correct myself. But we was just sitting there. We was laying there, and then she just looked at me. I'm like, "What you looking at?" And then she said, "When's the last time you like?" She's like, "How often do you get your hair cut?" And I'm like, "I normally get it cut like every 2 weeks or whatever." And she's like, "Well, when's the last time you stayed on that schedule?" And because it was kind of bad. It was kind of bad, but like, damn, like I was gonna let it just grow forever.
Man,
what?
That's a bad sign. And it's what's crazy? I think the double standard, we can never get away with that shit.
What?
Like
saying something about their hair?
Yeah.
Oh, never.
We can never be.
Never. Nigga.
Man.
Nothing but good things.
Nothing but good things. It looks amazing.
Man. Probably want to try that shit just to see, but
don't do it.
I'm not.
I love you,
I'm
G.
not.
I need you. Don't do it, G. Oh man, yo, how do you feel about these? Have you been seeing these viral commercials? So like, they got the little kid Brandon where he be like his video is it's Invisalign, and he be like he got it's a video on Facebook. I guess his like older brother or like dad or something is walking him home from school, and he like all the girls be all in my face and always ask me what I got on. They're like, Brandon, what you got on? And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. So they hired him to be in their commercial and do his bit or whatever. And like the little girl be at the bus stop and she be like, Brandon, what you got on? Said, don't worry about it, sweetheart. And he put his Invisalign in. I'm like, yo, that's fucking genius. That is fucking genius, dog. So it's another one with these two girls. And the one girl, she don't have braces on. And she put her Invisalign in and she eating popcorn. And then the other girl reached and get her hand for the popcorn, but she got braces. And she be like, girl, don't do it. And they be like, I did it. And I'm like, yo, where is that from? I know it's a meme. I know it's a video somewhere. But it's class, like it's fucking genius. Yeah. It's genius fucking marketing.
It is.
Like the don't worry about it, sweetheart. I say that to India to this day. Yo, where you going? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Like I love that meme, yo. Yeah. I love it. But I just think that's fucking genius level marketing.
No, I would agree. I haven't seen it, but that sounds fire.
Yes, like I'm gonna look it up. while we go on break or when we done. It's hilarious, yo. I love it. But I think I think we did pretty good on time. Yeah, it's about 4:30.
What time did we start?
Shit, I don't know.
I can't see, bro. I'm blind as shit.
Yeah, it's bad in here. I can't see nothing either. But I'm pretty sure that's about an hour. You got anything else on the docket, or anything you want to touch on?
Nah, but I got a building block.
Hey, let's get it.
So the quote I came across the other day that I really, really liked was, don't be so understanding that you overlook disrespect.
That's legit.
And I felt that. I'm like...
in my soul.
Yeah.
I felt that one a lot.
Yeah.
Because I try to be understanding to a lot of things.
Me too.
Like, to a lot of things. But only because I just don't like to argue. I just don't like to get all heated and shit. Mm-hmm. So I just try. I go out my way to try to understand people. To a certain extent. But yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. I'll fuck with that one. We'll put that in your cap. Keep it for the week. I think that's about it. You got anything coming up? I know you and Jerry, you and Tons of Chino got a song together on his new album.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Yeah, Complicated. Yeah, we did this song. Me and my brother did this song, Complicated. He just hit me up one day, said, "Yo, G, I got this song. I listened to it. I liked it. Took me a day or two. We went ahead and recorded it, and I thought it came out pretty good. It's really long though. It is, but it's a good song. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song. So that's Grown Man Rap, Big Homie Shit 2. Yeah, 2. Out now and available.
Out now, man. Go stream that. Go buy it. I find it crazy that this is the only 2 songs y'all got together.
Yeah.
I found that.
I mean, like I said, because our styles are kind of different, and I've been looking for stuff like beats that I'm like, I think this would be good. It actually sent him like a 4-pack of beats probably like a month ago. No, it was probably like 3 months ago now. And he sent me a beat back that he liked, that he wanted to do, but I just ain't never got to it.
Dog, you out here lacking. I know you've been writing a little bit, right? You been getting back to it?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit more. So what I've been trying to do is, instead of trying to like write whole songs every time I sit down, I just try to write like 8 bars, 4 bars, or something. I just try to write stuff down, just something, just so I have something. And when I write, I know so I find myself writing like 2 bars, I'll be like, okay, 2 more. Okay, then 2 more. So it's just been a lot easier for me to form these ideas and these thoughts and these songs lately, with me just going into it piece by piece instead of just trying to do the whole fucking song. Trying to force it up at once. Yeah. And just, that's
actually pretty smart. Because you can think of a line throughout the day and type it in your phone real quick. Yeah. And then, keep going about your business or whatever.
And then, doing what I do at work, my mind is just moving usually. Right. My mind is just moving because I don't have nothing to do but sit there and put these fucking steering wheels on. So, yeah. Just trying to make better use of my time, I guess.
That's what's up. Better workflow, better productivity. That's where it's at. I was actually just I saw this clip of Shannon Sharp's podcast.
Oh yeah.
He had Too Short on there, and you know that was like one of my dad's like favorite artists or whatever. That's all my dad really listened to. So he was on there and he was talking about how what's his name, Tupac, how he writes his raps or whatever.
Tupac.
Yeah, he talked about how Tupac writes his raps, and he was like he writes so fast. Like by the time you get done with your first verse, he's already laid his second. like that's just how fast he run or whatever. And I guess he said it's an album where on a lot of the songs, Tupac got 2 verses, and then whoever the artist is got 1. And that's because by the time he got done writing, by the time he got done recording his 2, they was already done what they want. So that's all they was able to get in or whatever. And he was saying like when you look at his penmanship, it's like so much passion in the way he write and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking insane. Like, to be able to write that fast and like be heralded as one of the greats, that's insane. That's insane to me. But that's it. I ain't got nothing. I got to get back downstairs, finish printing. I got a lot to promote. This Saturday, April 2nd, is my first fashion show. It's not my fashion show, but I'm participating in one. So if you guys can come out, it is free admission. So you getting in for free or whatever, come out. I got 4 models in the show. And I'll have some product there to sell. And then April 4th, that Monday, I believe the Blessed collection should be out and ready to order. But don't quote me on that 100%.
You got some pressed up downstairs?
Yeah, okay. I do. Yeah, I got some pressed up downstairs, and I'm working on more. I got 3 different T-shirts, or technically 2 different T-shirts. 2 T-shirts, 2 different jackets, and some leggings. That's all coming out in for the spring. Like I said, it might be the 4th, but in actuality, it's looking like the 11th, just because we got some bad weather coming up. But we'll see. Just stay on the lookout for that. If you want more info, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm posting about it, in my stories and reels and stuff down there daily. You can actually see the process of me printing and pressing all this stuff up. What else I got coming up? Like I said, I am taking registration for the West Side pop-up shop. So if you guys want to be involved, just reach out to me after you see this video. It's going to be Saturday, April 30th from 12 to I believe 6. It might be 7. I don't know yet. But just reach out to me if you want to place a deposit for a spot. I'll give you all the details then. And then Saturday, May 21st, is the first official Black Market. I'm really excited for that. Got some stuff planned. Yeah, you're looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Outside, man, the Black Markets be fire. I feel
it'd be really fun, yo. Yeah. Like I actually, I had to take a lift the other day, to go pick up some equipment, and the Lyft driver, like she, when I got to the thing and I walked out, she was like, "Oh, put this in the trunk or whatever." So when I got in, she was like, "What you making?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a clothing line, blah 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 blah," and I gave her the whole spiel. And she's like, "Oh, that's cool. My son got a clothing line, and I know somebody to do this or do that." And I was like, "Oh, well, I host pop-up shops, so if they want to come by, come on through." And she's like, "Oh yeah, give me your number, blah 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 blah." So it's spreading. Hopefully we have a really good turnout this year. I don't think I'm gonna do it on the track this year. I think I'm gonna move it to a different location to get more traffic.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna move it to get more traffic. If I can get 35 vendors for this first thing, I'll be super excited. Mm-hmm. If I can get 35 vendors for this first event,
for sure.
That'd be
for sure. I'll talk to you about that off camera. Actually, yeah.
So, but that's it as far as the plug stuff. I think that's about it.